For years, the Tony Hawk's franchise has gone uncontested. Well, apart from gay games like Street Skater, which wasn't so much a skating game, but anyway, yeah, it wasn't very successful. But last year, Skate came out, and this just like is completely different from Tony Hawk's. It's all the controls have just been changed. The only thing they share is that they're both skating games, which, yeah, it's quite awesome. But there is quite a stupidness in this game. There's a problem with it. Like, I bailed and I didn't do anything. I was riding along, then the skateboard just went out of my feet. And then, yeah. Now I just want to say this about Skate 2. Apparently you can go off your skateboard. But, yeah. Tony Hawk's got, like, bad reviews because their focus wasn't on skating because they could go off their skateboard in the game, but that's just weird. Anyway. The thing that's this like far surpasses Tony Hawk's in is the control system. You might be able to hear me clicking on it, you know, but yeah, it's X to push, but you can also use square if you want. Then it's like real skating. You can hold it down to do an ollie and you flick it up. Oh. And as you can see, there is some pretty mean ass ragdoll physics, but sometimes they seem a little bit overwhelming. And another cool thing about this is the grind. There's no grind button, you don't have to press triangle, it's the way you land on it that affects the way you do it. And you get multipliers. You won't get times 23 multipliers by doing massive stalls like in Tony Hawk's, fortunately or unfortunately for some people. But yeah, and this game gives you like heaps of choice, like Burnout Paradise, except maybe not as much. But you have 2 real-life skating magazines that you can do photos for, but you need to get the most coverage, so they go like, ooh, he's good, we're going to put him in our photo thing. And there are 5 events, I think. Best track, skate, which is what I'm doing now. It's not made specifically for this game, it's actually a classical game used on skateboards. Yeah, jam and death race and photo. And you just go up to random people. Well, actually pros most of the time, but in the first part of the game you won't be doing that. And yeah, you'll just be doing like cool stuff. Oh, Eisen. And there's best track, which is what I'm doing now. You have to get the most points you can on certain spots, which I'm not very good at. And yeah, there's got a massive difficulty level thing with this game, which isn't the greatest thing. So you'll be restarting heaps. Just be prepared for that, but that's what's so fun about it. It's like real skating. And a minus in this is definitely the lack of, well, I'm not sure I'd say content, but you know, it lacks some like brands, some key skating brands, like doesn't have Element or anything like that. And yeah, which is quite lame. And it doesn't have impossibles or stalls, which also sucks balls. And yeah, the online is pretty okay. It's just a basic online, you know, you'll be able to do all the things you do in the single player online, but just against people there's no special thing. There's like experience meter, but that's just so you don't get like matched up with like a really crazy person that like plays it 24 hours a day and it's just like wham. Yeah, but there are still some pretty good people there. Oh, and a really cool thing about this, one of my favorites, is how the video mode is played. You'll have different videos you can do, mainly for skating mags, but sometimes for your sponsors, and you get sponsors when you turn pro in the game, and you can do these anywhere you like. So you just press R1 and then press triangle when you see one that's you like, and yeah, and then you just press it and you can retry from the spot you press it, and if you bail, pretty much stuffed. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this game. I'm looking forward to the sequel, and yeah, I'm gonna release a review every week now since I've got better at it. And yeah, that's it from me. Bye. Oh no, actually, my bad. I haven't read it. I would give this game, seeming as it's like massive step up from all the Tony Hawk games, probably 9 out of 10, even though it does lack a bit of content and some of the things could be tuned to be more realistic. Yeah, so yeah, that is actually it from me, and yeah, see ya.